Hey, it's me, Tany. Here you're gonna get all the complete episodes from my previous channel. Stella stepped on her face while the person from the other side spoke. Hello? Hello? Yes? Can you tell me the address? XXX is the address. Should I take him to the hospital? No, the guards will be there in few minutes. Have patience. The person on the other side declined the call after hearing Stella. With Stella turned and saw Wine moving upstairs, she thought she should not tell her about Taehyung now. And then she ran out to inform the guards. The guards rushed to the spot. The accident was that the car crashed against a tree and Taehyung hit his head hard, which caused excessive bleeding, leading him to unconsciousness. The guards arrived and one of the guards guessed, looking at the condition of Taehyung. The guard got tears in his eyes. Soon they rushed towards him and pulled him out, and placing him comfortably on the back seat, one guard held him as the other guard drove to the mansion along with all the other cars of the guards. Holding Taehyung, two guards took him to his room. Meanwhile, the other guards went to take the doctor for their boss. Wine was sitting on the bed, all bored. Suddenly, the door burst open, revealing two guards holding Taehyung, which made her flinch in fear. She stood up from the bed. The guards laid Taehyung on the bed, and soon two more guards arrived with two doctors, a male doctor and a female doctor. The doctors told everyone to get out of the room, but not Wine, because they knew what can happen with them if they did so. Wine sat beside Taehyung. The male doctor named Sujin and the female doctor named Shika came forward. Sujin tried to remove his upper clothes, but Taehyung was a little conscious by now. He held his hands and said, "Don't you dare, this belongs to my angel," he said, glaring at Sujin with his half-open eyes. His words made Wine sob. He looked towards her, smiling a bit. He caressed her innocent face, making her cry more. He kept staring at her with his eyes full of love. "Please let them treat you." Taehyung was stubborn, but soon Wine convinced him. Sujin removed his upper clothes while Taehyung was still staring at his angel, who was crying non-stop, looking at his wounds. Shika began treating the wound on his head. Meanwhile, Sujin treated the wound near his neck, and a small wound was on his chest. He moved to that. Suddenly, Shika seductively trailed her fingers from his hairs to his neck. Taehyung chuckled to himself, noticing he didn't turn his eyes from his angel. "But Miss Shika, should I break your fingers or burn them or cut them?" This made Shika flinch as he stood and began tweeting his words again. One stared back at him with her confusion and tear-filled eyes. Taehyung just shook his head, smiling to her as she moved back her gaze to the wound on his head. He was laying on the middle of the bed, and Wine was sitting by his right side, holding his large right hand between her two small palms tightly, as if someone will snatch him from her. But she doesn't know. His heart only beats for his angel. He breathes because of her. He wanna live because of her. And if she'll not be there, then he too will be not there. The doctor was done. They suggested him 1 week of bed rest to recover fully and took the leave after getting paid. How? She whispered, feeling lost. He chuckled to himself, pulling her closer. "My car crashed against a tree," he whispered in his deep and husky voice, earning a gasp from Wine. "Don't you know how to drive? You could have just taken the driver. This time you're fine, but I swear if this happens again, I'll kill you for sure." Taehyung laughs out loud in between, witnessing his little angel's anger. "Oh, my little angel, I would love to be killed by your this teeny and small hands," he said, staring at her small palms, still holding his large hands, and stared back at her and winked. She hit him on his chest lightly. "Ah, angel." He overreacted knowingly, which widened Wine's eyes. "What happened? You hit my wand." "Ah, angel, it's spinning." "Show me." She put her hands on his chest, tracing it slowly with her soft fingers, to which Taehyung moaned, making Wine flinch. "Ah, angel." What happened? Is it still paining? Yes, Angel. He smirked lightly, staring at her fingers on his chest and back at her. She pulled back her hands. He laughed out. As you know, Angel, my hands are a bit injured. I'll stand now and you'll change my pants. Wan's eyes grew wider once again, and her cheeks were happened to be of crimson red color by now. You can change, I won't look, she said, and was about to turn it the opposite direction, but turned back again, hearing him hiss in pain. He looked at her with his puppy eyes, which worked. Okay, fine. She turned back, going to the closet, and bought his t-shirt and a sweatpants. She stood in front of him with her red cheeks. Wear me this t-shirt. Wine nodded and helped him wear his t-shirt. Slowly her hands went down as she looked in our direction. She unbuckled his pant and asked him to unzip it, which he did. She again looked in our direction and helped him remove his pants and wear his sweatpants. He laid on the bed, then comfortably, to which, when sighed in relief, she sat beside him and turned to him only to see him staring at her. It made her cheeks red as she broke the eye contact to which Taehyung smirked a little. He decided to tease her. He lightly caught her hand and then suddenly pulled her on him, making her land on his chest. As her eyes widened, watching her, he laughed a little, then left her hand. She sat properly and glared back at him while caressing her hand. What was that? That was nothing, Angel. Do you want me to show you the demo? Vine shook her head in disapproval. I feel so bored here. I have one thing which both of us can do it. You will not agree on it, I guess. I'll do that. Nah, you will not. I'll please until it's kill my boredom. Okay. Let's make babies. Smirk. Hey, now let's meet in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and do comment and say, how is it? Kabutar kabutar ke piche dil.